Heads up, I didn't do the best at doing the horizontal videos for each one of these. We just had a snowstorm, and so to be honest, I just was videoing and not thinking. Sorry about that. So some of these are going to be the up and down, the vertical. I do know what they mean, I promise. Anyway, hope you enjoy the video. So we got a pretty good little snow yesterday. I don't know, 8-10 inches, somewhere in there, but a lot of it melted because the ground was warm. So we're feeding them up on the tops of places today and letting them get some good sunshine and enjoy it, because they're calling for a pretty big round this weekend. That Carhartt thing that's going around, I don't know if you've seen it, but most of the Carhartts that we have, oh, we wear the crap out of them. Most of them look like that. So probably never be mistaken for an influencer. Well, except maybe in this crowd. I'm kind of an influencer in this crowd. I was letting my tractor cool down for just a second and had a thought that I want to share. That's kind of random. It sounds like, obviously, when I say it that way, but it's not. Anyway, I'm doing too many things and multitasking. I should just sit here probably and visit instead of multitask. Hold on. So one of the things that sticks in my craw just a little bit is when weather forecasters say things so often anymore. They're like, it's a historic storm. Guys, stop. I mean, you can say it's a big one. I want to prepare. I actually prefer a weatherman tell me that we're going to get 3 feet and we get 2 inches than the other way around, because I've been there. Back in 2008, we got a storm the first week of November. I'll never forget it. And they had told us, well, maybe like 2 inches of snow. Don't worry about it. And I left my sheep out in some open country with very little protection, and it snowed hard, blizzard for 3 straight days. We had, by the time we were able to see enough to go out to look for them, the ones that weren't buried alive looked like they should be dead because they had so much snow and were packed against a fence. It was horrible, honestly. It's one of those things that kind of traumatizes you. And I had a couple dogs, and we worked all day and got those moved to a better place. And then I got them counted, and I was like, oh crap, we're like 40 head of sheep short. So we went looking and looking, and we found little pinhole, like in a drift up along a fence. And there were about 40 head of ewes. It took us, I think it was 8 hours of Mike and I digging with shovels. We saved all but 6. It was hard. It was mentally hard. It was emotionally hard. Obviously, it was physically hard. So when people tell me 2 inches, like, oh, it's not going to be a big deal, I always am prepared for something different, like any more after that. And then Atlas, which didn't get talked about in the news nearly as much as some other things. But it was, I mean, hundreds of thousands of livestock lost up here on the plains. It was bad. It was an early October storm, first weekend of October. And cattle were still on summer pasture, weren't haired up, and we got a lot of rain first and then got a blizzard right after it. It was horrendous. So when weather forecasters say things like a historic storm, I'm really grateful that they're saying, hey, this could be significant, pay attention, get ready, because I do. I don't know, it's just something about it that bothers me a little bit, because we never talk about the ones that were up here before being historic. You didn't hear much about it at all. I bet if you weren't from here, you probably didn't even hear about Atlas, and it killed so many cattle and horses. Oh my gosh, so many horses died in that storm. It was crazy. We were blessed that we actually didn't lose that many head. We have neighbors that lost hundreds. You know, it was devastating. They're saying this next storm, you know, we got about 8 inches out of this little deal, and it wasn't bad. The wind didn't blow. It wasn't a big deal. But they're saying starting Saturday night, you know, a potential storm. And I'm so grateful that they're on the lookout and giving us the heads up. We're all getting prepared. Thankfully, we are not calving, but a lot of people are, and lambing and doing all that. So I would rather have this heads up. But it's really also really hard when I get it, the track of the storm isn't sure yet. I totally get that it's not. But they're telling us to prepare anywhere from 5 inches to 30 inches. I don't even know how you prepare the difference there. We're going to prepare for 30 because that's the prudent thing to do, and pray for 5. We need the moisture. We love it. but you don't need it with the wind they're talking about. They're talking rain, then snow, and wind. For all of us who live through Atlas, it's feeling awfully familiar, and trying not to worry but also be prepared is challenging. I was talking to my niece about it this morning, and it's one thing, you know, like back in that storm in 2008, we lost power for 2 weeks. We're used to losing power. We're at the end of the power line out here, so we're always prepared, thankfully. And I realize a lot of other people are not prepared for that kind of stuff. We are, and we're grateful. But 2 weeks still is a long time to go without power. But I think about, like, if that is a lot of times your biggest thing to worry about is I need to prepare in case I lose power. I need to prepare food, water, that kind of things. We all do that too. But then you add in your concern for your livestock and preparing for that. Oh, it adds a whole nother level, So I think that's why so many of us in the ranching and farming industry have such a deep faith, because I think it would crush you under the weight of living under it without it. It holds up pretty much till right here. We're trying to hit that gate pretty hard with them and go straight across into the next gate. No. Nope. They're getting played out. We have not pushed them at all. Trying to stay off of them and not push them, but they're tired, and that's when they get on the fight. So I'm giving them a second. There's a fine balance. These boys are getting kind of played out. Still move them, but not get them on the fight. I have no desire for that. So we're basically just hazing now. They're all going to spend the night in here on feed, and that way if it does get bad, I can put them in the barn if I have to. Ty, that'll do. Ty, that'll do, Ty. Come on. Ty, we gotta go shut a gate, bud. Like that tractor track, girls. Gotta come out of the way. Come on, barn. You guys ready for spring? Me too. Me too, girlfriend. Me too. You ready for some good hay? Yep. They are so ready for hay. We're having to hold them off for a minute. They're not happy about this. Come on, guys. Let's get the bale out. Ty, watch them. Oh. You want some cake? Ty, stand. Stay. On her last. I don't know about you guys, but this is a good workout, huh, Ty Ty? Holy crap. Maybe not video and walk at the same time, huh? That's how deep. Are you coming? What do you think, guys? Did a good job. Oh, the gate's about done. You're supposed to be breaking a trail for me. I can't see. Maybe I should have broke a trail for you. You know, I don't understand why you just can't shovel this yourself, girls, guys. Can't even get to the feed bunks, can you? Even after being scooped free. Oh, the shoveling. They can hear the tractor over here. Mike's leading the sheep out. That's one bunch of the fall calvers, and they're like, hey, we can hear it. You're up next, ladies. Hang tight. So I hope you enjoyed this video. It's kind of a hodgepodge. It's kind of getting to be a theme around here, isn't it? Anyway, you know the drill. I'd so appreciate it if you'd hit like, ask a question, leave a comment, your thoughts. It works better, communication, when it's a two-way street. I really appreciate it. Share it with a friend. Thanks.